probably will, because I don't know how you would prevent something like that. And these guys might just be going for it without Brendan, so we'll see here. As Soul Lead is going to grab your whole shot in this heat race, followed by Cat to Be Kidding Me. Nuked Ice Cream, your fastest qualifier, up the inside, might make his way into second here. He's going to take the inside. See a lot of these guys taking that outside line. Kitty going to shuffle to the inside on this whoop section. Can't quite get through it the fastest way. That means Nuked Ice Cream is going to move into second place right behind Soli. Popular of Yai's guys trying to make a play for third. He and Cat to Be Kidding Me are both going to soar over that over-under jump. Looks like Nuked with a mistake right before the finish line. He's going to drop back into fourth place right in front of Oscar Wiggins. But Oscar Wiggins through that split section and trying to make a play. Nuked Ice Cream might hold that one for now. So your leader right now is Factory Unk team leader Soul Lead, followed by Cat to Be Kidding Me and Popular of Teal Team 6 and Yai's guys respectively. So 4 different teams representing your top 4 right now. We have 6 teams in this season of HD Supercross as of now. The team that we don't see because Brendan is not here in this race is Flop Force, and we don't have any of the full throttle guys in this heat. Solely coming through this whoop section. Cat to Be Kidding Me with a decent run. It looks like Nuked Ice Cream made up a little bit of time. He's going to be on the inside. Rolls up the over-under. You can see the kind of different choices that guys are making through there. They're going to split the lanes. Cat to Be Kidding Me on the outside in the split. He's going to triple while Nuked Ice Cream doubles on the left. Get the double animal style. Not sponsored by In-N-Out. Squeezoo bringing up the rear as we kind of change our perspective here. We see Soul Lead coming over the Supercross triple. Nuked Ice Cream in second. Cat to Be Kidding Me third. Popular fourth. Oscar Wiggins fifth. That's your top 5. Bromaniac, the third team member of Factory Unk. All 3 of those guys in this race battling with D Mills of Teal Team 6. That is for the 6th place spot. I would be remiss if I did not mention that it is just the top 4 that will be qualifying directly to the main event through this heat race. Top 4 from the heats, top 6 from the LCQ. That means your qualifiers straight to the main event right now would be Soul Lead, Nuked Ice Cream, Cat to Be Kidding Me, and Popular with Oscar Wiggins trying to make a play up the inside. That's a great move from Oscar Wiggins up the inside of Popular. Let's see if Popular can try to hold it through here. Side by side over the finish line jump right in front of them. Cat to Be Kidding Me cases. That was good awareness of him to not come straight up the jump. He might have taken someone out if he tried that maneuver. But that means Cat to Be Kidding Me falls outside of your qualifying spot. Oscar Wiggins trying to now make a play for third between he and Popular. He's going to be around the outside. Popular taking that inside braking bump before the Supercross triple. Not a lot of guys experimenting with that as of now, but it looks like Oscar Wiggins is going to hold down that pass. Both of those guys avoiding the pre-jump on the outside while Cat to Be Kidding Me takes it. If you can make it work, then I think it's a little bit faster. Popular trying to avoid contact with Oscar Wiggins. They're both he and Oscar Wiggins case. That second rhythm section, Cat to Be Kidding Me going to move into third place. Oscar Wiggins is able to maintain the final qualifying spot as your leader is still holding it down. Nuked Ice Cream attempting to chase him down. Gets a little bit of an interesting lip there on the finish line. That can happen very rarely. Hopefully that doesn't happen too much. Now, Bromaniac under pressure by D Mills and Y. And Popular now after that second section catastrophe between he and Oscar Wiggins is on the outside looking in of this whole battle, trying to make his way back up. Your 4th place position right now held down by Oscar Wiggins, so if any of these back 3 guys want to get into that main event straight from the heat race, they have some work to do. D Mills has the speed to get it done. He's been practicing a lot. I know a lot of these guys have in preparation for your opener here. So we'll see what can happen. Nuked Ice Cream and Soul Lead both going to take that cut down triple through the whoops line. It looks like that's becoming a popular way to get through that section. I'm not sure if it'll be the primary way, though. We'll kind of have to see. This D Mills Popular Bromaniac 35 battle still going strong here as Oscar Wiggins is making a play to get past Teal Team 6 team leader Cat to Be Kidding Me. Nuked Ice Cream, it looks like he's gaining a little bit of time on your leader. He definitely has closed that gap a bit. And again, these heat races very important because they will determine the order of the gate selection for the main event. It looked like a Teal Team 6 rider down. That's D Mills through the sand section. Not sure if he went for an ambitious line or got cross-threaded through there, but that's going to push him all the way back down to 7th place here. His hopes of getting into this main event straight from the heat race. Could be dashed with that move, but we'll see if he can make up a little bit of time. Solid still getting that lead eaten into a little bit by Nuked Ice Cream. Remember, we saw Nuked Ice Cream make up quite a bit of time on Detail through the main event. They kind of were going back and forth like kind of that slingy effect of get close, get far, get close, get far. And we might be seeing a little bit of that now, but we're seeing definitely more of Nuked getting close than Nuked getting further away as he tries to get as much pace as he can out of that wall jump going into the sand section. Cat to be kidding me. Another defensive ride for him as he tries to hold off Oscar Wiggins. That's been the entirety of Season 11 so far for your Teal Team 6 team leader, is just holding pace right in front of someone, trying to not make a mistake. But the top two have absolutely gapped the rest of the field at this point. You can see the pace difference between Solid and Nuked Ice Cream here as they look to make a statement in your opening heat race of Season 11. Popular has made his way back into 5th after that horrendous crash on the section that he's going through right now. Let's see if he can make his way up to Oscar Wiggins and Cat to be kidding me and challenge for that final qualifying spot through the heat race. As D Mills, it looks like he's made his way past Bromaniac 35. Those two riders definitely familiar with each other, have raced in several leagues with one another, now finding themselves on the track next to each other again. Nuked Ice Cream hasn't made up a ton of time since the last we checked in on him and Solid. And we must have missed something for sure. Perhaps you guys caught it. I definitely did not catch it. Oscar Wiggins must have had a mistake, perhaps on the finish line, the split section, or the sand section, and he now finds himself on the outside looking in of a direct qualifying spot, battling with D Mills, and that's for the 5th place spot. So those two got to figure out this fight with one another before they can even think about challenging Popular of Yai's guys, who has now moved into that final qualifying spot in 4th place. Cat to be kidding me with a bit of a gap in front of them, but your leaders have, like I said, absolutely gapped the rest of the field. Casey Congo coming back his first return ride with us here in HT Supercross, doing a good job there, and he could be in jeopardy of being blue flagged here in about a lap or so. Just the pace difference in our field is palpable right now, as you can see. These top two kind of in a bit of a chess match right now. I don't think Nuked Ice Cream is quite close enough to really put the pressure on Solid. He needs to be about 3 or 4 mongoose lengths closer before he's going to be able to apply that pressure. I don't think he's within the sound barrier right now, and when I say that, there's a certain amount of mongoose lengths that, as you see, Nuked Ice Cream kind of freeze in midair there. That's a issue that he has sometimes with his PC, so hopefully that doesn't affect his finish in this race. But as I was saying, that sound barrier, once you're within about I would say maybe 5 or 6 mongoose lengths, you can actually hear the rider behind you, and if you're not within that, then it's almost as if they don't exist. So as soon as they break that sound barrier, you know that the pressure's on, and those guys are definitely catching you. D Mills with an aggressive move up the inside of Oscar Wiggins into this sand section here as they both traverse that wall jump. Oscar Wiggins going to jump onto that rut, but that's a great pass from D Mills, an aggressive move as he tries to make his way up here, and Popular again is in that final qualifying position. It looked like Oscar was trying to get his position back, tried to force a move on the inside there underneath the tunnel, and wasn't able to make it happen. So Popular in 4th place, that final qualifying position. It looks like Casey Congo had a bit of a tumble there coming out of the whoop section and the wall jump, but now D Mills trying to make up this distance, trying to make up that time. They just hit 50-14, which means I believe we are now 2 laps to go. This race is either going to end on 11 or 12. I would probably say 12 is a safe bet based off of when this race started. The 8 minutes would expire around 51 seconds. So I think this is the 2 to go mark. Solid still has his gap over Nuked Ice Cream in 2nd. The battle that we really want to be watching was between Popular and D Mills, but it looks like a mistake from D Mills. Pardon me as I do my best to kind of catch all of these things that are happening at once. It's hard to watch everything. I don't have multiple camera angles, but I will do my best. You can see Nuked Ice Cream, a little bit of lag there again as he goes over that wall jump. A mistake from Cat to be kidding me is going to allow Popular and lapped rider Casey Congo to close in the gap a little bit. It's going to be on Congo to kind of move out of the way as best as he can here for Popular. It looks like he's pulling over to do just that. So Popular trying to challenge this third place spot now, as I accidentally teleport, but we're going to make the most out of it, because we now can hop into this battle again, as Cat to Be Kidding Me is in third, Popular in fourth, a lapped driver between them and D-Mills in fifth, and Oscar Wiggins in sixth. Remember, Oscar, as Bromaniac 35 does a sick Dark Links breakdancing maneuver into the turn. That's not the fast way to do it, but it is a way to do it. But Cat to Be Kidding Me and Popular battling for this third place position. That's just, at this point, a better gate pick, but I believe this is going to be checkers for your leader Soul Lead. We'll see if he pulls over after this one or if they have one lap to go. And judging by the way he cased that, yeah, that's going to be checkers for Soul Lead of Factory Unk. Main event guaranteed, team leader Nuked Ice Cream following in second. This battle coming to the line here. Both of these riders will qualify, so all of your team leaders in this one making it through as your 3 team leaders finish in the podium spots, and Popular, your final qualifier. Factory Unk rider and teammate of Soul Lead, Oscar Wiggins, going to be the first one out as he's in 5th place here. D-Mills in 6th, Bromaniac 7th. These 4, Popular, Oscar Wiggins, D-Mills, and Bromaniac put on a good fight for that final qualifying spot. It was Popular who ended up being able to make his way back up after that rhythm section mistake between he and Oscar Wiggins, as he is tracking me with his little guy there. And that is a funny thing to watch. Just behind them, though, it's going to be Casey Congo, actually Squeezoo, bringing up, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm going to say 7th? We had 8 riders in this heat race. Yeah, Squeezoo going to bring up 7th place, and Casey Congo going to be 8th. And that will do it for heat number 2 in your first Season 11 HD Supercross race here on A-Town. So again, your qualifiers directly into the main event. Soul Lead taking that top spot, followed by Nuked Ice Cream, Cat to Be Kidding Me, and Popular. The remaining riders in our heat, you will see them shortly in the LCQ, and that's going to be a stacked race, only top 6 going through there, so it's going to be a tough one. We're going to see how that all plays out, and we will see you shortly for that LCQ. As we see the riders lined up here, D-Mills NY making a risky play on that very inside gate. Looks like Congo just to his right, and the Venom Fallacy lined up in that inside as well. Some of your faster riders lined up on the outside trying to keep it safe. Who got the best jump here? It looked like potentially Le Jefe, a yellow rider. That's Venom Fallacy as Papa Slanch gets pushed outside. It's going to be D-Mills NY taking that whole shot. A couple of the not Muck, that was their former team, the Unk riders of Oscar Wiggins and Bromaniac, although Bromaniac is going to case that section and fall back into about 7th or 8th place. Papa Slanch on the inside in those whoops, his teammate and team leader Solo Cup going to make the pass up the inside. A whole bunch of riders coming to this over-under. D-Mills NY going to take the first lap lead here in the LCQ, as the rest of your riders split this split section right here. D-Mills, the Venom Fallacy, Oscar Wiggins, Le Jefe, Squeezoo in 5th, Papa Slanch and Bromaniac fighting for that final spot into the main event. Brundon, Solo, Hatter is Mad, and Congo on the outside looking in. So we need to be paying attention to this fight right here of Squeezoo, Papa Slanch, Brundon, and Bromaniac 35, as that is your fight to get into this main event. That pre-jump hasn't quite spawned yet. Look at this pack of 4 developing right here with D-Mills, the Venom Fallacy, Oscar Wiggins, and Le Jefe. 4 different teams represented, looking like Skittles out here. 3 wide over the jump after the whoops. 3 wide over that wall jump as we go through this long sweeper before the finish line. Le Jefe, the only rider opting to jump all the way over that over-under. Let's see if it works out for him. Kind of a bad lip. Everyone shuffling to this inside of your top 4 riders. Papa Slanch and Squeezoo still holding down those final transfer spots. Bromaniac 35 got over the side of the finish line jump, and that's going to put him way back. The Factory Unk rider not looking hot to make it into this main event right now, as well as Casey Congo with a mistake as well. We didn't quite catch what happened to Bromaniac. Not sure if he was fighting another rider, but he has so much time to make up if he wants to get into this main event. Your leader, D-Mills, the only rider of the top 4, taking that pre-jump right now as those guys are still stacked up. Papa Slanch of Full Throttle still in 5th place, and Squeezoo in the final transfer spot of this main event, Brundon on the outside looking in of Flop Force. Solo Cup battling with free agent rider Hatter is mad. His first race back with us in quite a long time. Solo going to be up the inside, but Hatter around the outside is able to make that pass stick. Let's catch back up with your leaders here as Oscar Wiggins has moved into second, and around the outside, Le Jefe is going to move past the Venom Fallacy. So Venom Fallacy now back here, 4th and 5th for the Full Throttle boys of Venom Fallacy and Papa Slaunch, and this battle for 6th still happening. Squeezu trying to defend for his life against Brundon. This is a main event guaranteed versus Flop Force battle right here. Main event guaranteed, a long-standing team in the HT Supercross, as I get stuck on an invisible thing, and Brundon on the first-time team, the brand new team of Flop Force led by God's Regret, and Solo committed suicide somehow. I'm not sure what happened there, and I don't know where he's going to be spawning either. There he is. That's unfortunate, and I have no clue how that possibly could have happened. Oh, Le Jefe down right before the finish line. Got the back end up high, endoed over the front. He's going to pull into the final... No, this is 5th place now, I believe, as D-Mill still holds down the lead. D-Mills, Oscar Wiggins, the Venom Fallacy, Papa Slaunch, and Le Jefe. Now Brundon has made his way into the final transfer spot. Sitting in 6th place. He's got Squeezu behind him, but Brundon already pulling a gap. Looks like Solo has pulled off the side of the track after his unfortunate self-destruction. D-Mills starting to pull a little bit of a gap as Oscar Wiggins goes over the back of the berm. He needs to be safe with his re-entry here. He's going to pull in right behind Le Jefe. That's going to now put Oscar Wiggins in 5th. So uncharacteristic mistakes from some of your former race winners and champions, as Le Jefe and Oscar Wiggins both took a tumble on the past couple laps. That's going to put D-Mills with a comfortable lead. Now the Full Throttle boys of Venom Fallacy and Papa Slaunch sitting in 2nd and 3rd in this LCQ. Le Jefe in 4th, Oscar Wiggins 5th, and Brundon in 6th place. We'll keep an eye on this battle up front, as we do have another battle to point out here between Squeezu and Hatter is mad, but that is not for transfer position. Hatter going to triple around the outside. Let's see if he can make a pass happen up the inside. He definitely will, as Squeezu takes a tumble at the end of that split section. Battle forming for 3rd place between Papa Slaunch and Le Jefe. This is a battle that we saw multiple times in Season 8 of HT Supercross. Now seeing it again a few seasons later. Le Jefe racing for the first time since Season 9? Question mark? Perhaps Season 8. I honestly can't even remember at this point. But Le Jefe did not participate in our most recent season, Season 10. That was, of course, taken by your champion, Camonized, who is already into the main event through his heat race, but we got to focus on these top 6 right now, as it looks like they have a ton of separation between themselves, and Hatter is mad at this point. Hatter just not able to get the start that he was looking for to be able to compete. A lot of chaos happening between some of these back-end guys, and now there is multiple sections worth of time to be made up if Hatter or any of these guys hope to get into this main event. Brendan holding down that last transfer spot right now. Le Jefe still not able to make a pass happen quite yet on Papa Slaunch. As we come through this second rhythm section, hopping onto this table is not as free as it may seem. You kind of got to chop a little bit of the throttle to be able to land on top and get a good bounce off. This section, or this track I should say, a lot about the little details and the little minute techniques. As Le Jefe is now being challenged by Oscar Wiggins. They're going to split the lanes here. Le Jefe is going to have the inside after tripling here. Plays nice with Oscar Wiggins. At this point, these guys, the last thing they want to do is lose time and take each other out. Although they do have such a huge gap back to a challenging rider who's outside of the spots right now. Brendan still holding down that final qualifying spot. But this pack of 3, Papa Slaunch, Oscar Wiggins, and Le Jefe, trying to make up time on the Venom Fallacy, as D-Mills NY of Teal Team 6 is still holding down the lead in this one. Giving you a shot of these first few sections here. Brendan, all these guys preferring this outside. Ooh, D-Mills maybe a small mistake getting through the whoops there. The Venom Fallacy, haven't seen him for a while in our off-season races, but kind of the joke amongst our drivers is that the Venom Fallacy is the best worst racer, as in a guy that could show up and get a podium or could show up and not even make the main event, just very volatile. But the same can be said for a lot of our mid-pack racers, as Le Jefe gets on 2 wheels there. And this could be your final lap right here, considering, looking at the time, we might be going to either 9 or 10. We will keep an eye on it as I keep accidentally teleporting. D-Mills NY still holding down that lead. The Venom Fallacy in second. Oscar Wiggins has made his way past Papa's Launch, and Le Jefe makes a mistake there. But he still has 5th place pretty well locked down. We'll see if we can tell by the body language here if this is checkers for your race leader? Race leader D-Mills NY. No, I believe this will be the white flag. So this should be white flag for your racers. We'll be finishing on 10 as D-Mills holds down that lead. He's well and surely made his way into the main event, as well as these other riders. The only one at risk is Brendan, but you can't really even say he's at risk because Hatter and Bromaniac and these guys are so much further behind. Of course, Bromaniac 35, Squeezoo, and Solo Cup, all factory riders, members of teams in this race that won't be represented in the main event, unfortunately. There's only so many that we can take. That's the game that we're playing here. But it looks like it will be all team racers who make it into the main event, at least from this LCQ. As D-Mills NY is going to come across the finish line here and take the race victory in the Season 11 Race 1 LCQ here at A-Town. Papa Slaunch actually made his way past his teammate Venom Fallacy into second, so it's going to be Papa followed by Venom, Oscar Wiggins in 4th, Le Jefe in 5th, and Brendan in 6th place. Those will be your qualifiers into the main event. The man on the outside looking in would be Hatter is Mad, Bromaniac 35, Squeezoo with a good run. He was battling up in those top qualifying spots for a bit at the beginning of that race, just couldn't quite hold it on. Solo Cup as well, and I know Casey Congo is finishing up his lap as well. Unfortunately, everyone from Hatter on back is not going to be joining us in the main event, as they were not able to get those top 6 positions. But D-Mills NY, Teal Team 6 rider, the Full Throttle Boys of Papa's Launch and Venom Fallacy, Factory Unk rider Oscar Wiggins, Yai's Guys rider Le Jefe, who's not pictured, and Flop Force team member Brendan. Those will be your 6 qualifying members into the main event. Brendan was on the outside looking in for quite a few laps there as he made his way forward. Definitely an anxiety-ridden race from his perspective, I'm sure, trying to make that main event, but he was fortunately able to do it for him and his team of Flop Force. So those are your 6 that will be joining your top 4 from the heats in the main event shortly, and we will see you when that gate drops. So you see Camonized, your Season 10 and reigning champion, lined up on the inside for this main event. Solid, your runner-up, just to the right. Nuked Ice Cream, 3rd place last season, lined up to the right of him in 3rd. Detail, Cat to be Kitten Me. Le Jefe, it looks like, potentially another Yai's Guys rider. And the rest lined up over here on the very outside, it looks like, is going to be Oscar Wiggins. The gate can drop at any moment here, and Season 11 is underway. Solid with a great start. Camo Eyes up the inside. Tons of chaos through here. Cam tried to hold it on through the inside, wasn't able to make it happen. He's going to go all the way to the outside. Solid going to grab that HT Supercross hole shot to start out the season. Jabbleston with a great start in 2nd. Nuked Ice Cream in 3rd. Popular making his way into 2nd. Another Yai's Guys rider. And it looks like Papa Slaunch going to be battling up in 4th as well. D-Mills, your 1st place finisher in the LCQ, up there as well. But Factory Unk, team leader, Solid, your 2nd fastest qualifier, or I believe 3rd fastest qualifier in this one, gonna take the lead on lap 1. Look at Papa Slaunch moving his way into 2nd already As Popular slows down on that inside, everyone started to turn in on him. 4 wide going over that wall jump. Office of Flop 4s battling with Detail. Both of them trying to make it to the outside of that section. Office going to fall off the goose after a long 2-wheel. The Flop Force rider is going to be all the way in the back of the pack. Both he and his teammate of Brundon struggling. A wheelie there from a main event guaranteed rider. But it's going to be Soul Lead, Papa Slaunch, and Jabbleston in your podium spots to start this one off. Nuked Ice Cream trying to make his way to the inside. He's going to take this slower line through the second rhythm section, just trying to do something a little different. The Teal Team 6 riders all in a line here. We have Detail, winner of your preseason race, D-Mills NY, and team leader Cat to Be Kitten Me. Pulling up the final Teal Team 6 rider there. Just behind him is Le Jefe, your 2-time champion. Soul Lead still in first place, but Papa Slaunch is keeping him honest in second as they begin to pull a bit of a gap on the remainder of your field. Nuked Ice Cream going to try everything he can to get into that podium spot because the last thing he wants to see is Soul Lead starting to walk away from him. As he goes over that inside roller, is he going to clear the Supercross triple? Yes, he does. To the inside here. What's going to happen? Jab goes outside. Nuked inside to take this rut. Jab still has the positional advantage here. He's going to push outside. Both going to go for this pre-jump. Nuked Ice Cream off the side of the track, and he's going to fall off the goose. He needs to get back on it as fast as possible as the Venom Fallacy gets held up behind him. His team member Camo Knives after that horrible start. Both the main event guaranteed riders now with a ton of time to make up. I don't think that was a dirty pass on Jab's part. I think he just held his line going into it and unfortunately pushed a little wide, and Nuked Ice Cream caught the bitter end of that as he hit the tough block and went 2 wheels and just completely turned over, couldn't save it. We have Jabbleston and Popular, both Yais Guys riders sitting in 3rd and 4th now as Papa Slaunch is trying to stay in tow with Soul Lead of Factory Unk, but at this point it looks like Soul Lead is starting to pull a little bit of a lead. Another full throttle rider, that's the Venom Fallacy, now battling with Nuked Ice Cream after that horrible get off going into that first rhythm. Nuked Ice Cream has a lot of time to make up. Another mistake right there. What Nuked Ice Cream needs to focus on right now is riding his line, riding his pace, and getting past these riders as systematically as possible. It's really easy as it looks like Detail, your winner of the preseason race, and Le Jefe. So many riders caught up in this right now. Look at this pack. Everybody hitting each other. Everybody getting slowed down. Brendan, the final rider in that pack, as he cases the triple going into that whoop section. Look at the lead that Soul Lead has right now on the remainder of your field. But Camo Knives trying to make his way up. He's now behind his team leader of Nuked Ice Cream, the main event guaranteed guys trying to work together to get up this field. Lots of time still in this race. Cat to Be Kitten Me gets into the pole a little bit there, trying to make an inside move on Camo Knives. So much chaos here. Let's see if we can reset it a little bit and calm down. What I was saying is Nuked Ice Cream needs to try to systematically make his way through these riders and make smart passes, because it's easy after a big mistake like that or after a big event to then make subsequent mistakes. As look at this lead, Soul Lead in first. Papa Slaunch unfortunately moved from 2nd back to 4th. That means both of your Yais Guys riders of Popular and Jabbleston are in podium spots at this point. Papa Slaunch is going to try to make his way back up onto that podium. Another Factory Unk rider, Oscar Wiggins, a great comeback right now, already up to 5th. D-Mills, your first place finisher in the LCQ, in 6th, but look at this lead from Soul Lead. All he has to do is maintain this right now, because the riders behind him, Popular, Jabbleston, Papa Slaunch, they are not, at this point, direct championship competitors. It's hard to say that in Race 1, I understand. Oh, look at that, Brendan into the pole right there. I'm not sure if someone pushed him there, if that was a mistake that he made on his own. Look at Detail, though, all the way back here in 13th place, ladies and gentlemen. That's the kind of field we're dealing with right now. 13th place for the guy who won last week's race. Soul Lead in first, a battle between Jabbleston and Popular. Jab is going to make his way into 2nd, past his teammate there, the team leader of Yais Guys Racing. Jabbleston moving into 2nd, trying to make a bid for this championship as well. He's a guy that has a ton of speed, a ton of pace, just hasn't been able to quite put the races together in recent memory. Did finish out the season with a couple podiums, at least one. I know that for sure in our most previous season. Oscar Wiggins is trying to make his way up to this pack, though, and he has. He's gotten onto the back. Oh, Papa Slaunch with almost a bad get-off there. Went 2-wheel, got cross-rutted in that sand section. Let's go back to the back of the pack here. Camo Knives, it looks like multiple mistakes or multiple encounters with other riders have now put him back here and he's behind now Detail, Office, Cat to Be Kitten Me. So Camonized, now another main event guaranteed rider who needs to subscribe to that same ideology of kind of taking a breath, taking a moment to calm down. We still have over half of this race remaining. Not all is lost, but definitely lost a lot of time as he makes an aggressive move up the inside, trying to attach himself to Cat to Be Kitten Me there. Can't waste time making any of these passes, and Camonized knows that. He's just going to cut down here, triple through the whoops. Around the outside, is he going to be able to make anything happen? It looks like Kitty's going to go tight here, roll up. Oh, Cam tried to come to the inside, and that looks like he might get that move done. They're going to split the lanes here. Let's see if Kitty can fight him at the end of the split section. Camonized on the outside is going to try to cut in. Ooh, Kitty definitely gave it to him. Could have been a lot more aggressive on that one and made contact, but decided against it. Soul Lead with an entire lead section here as we're only 8 minutes, 7 minutes into this race. The Yaz guys of Jabbleston and Popular in second and third. Oscar Wiggins has made his way into fourth past Papa's Launch, so the factory Unk riders in this race running 1 and 4. D Mills NY on the outside of that top 5 looking in, and Nuked Ice Cream has made his way up to 7th. So a good recovery ride here from Nuked. Let's see how many places he can make up here. Definitely one of your championship competitors, championship contenders, I should say. The Venom Fallacy, Detail, and Le Jefe all in a fight right here. This is about for, I'm going to say, let's count it, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a fight for 8th place between the Venom Fallacy, Detail, Le Jefe, Office, and Camonized. Camonized, of course, your reigning champion, trying to make his way up here after some unfortunate mishaps, some unfortunate experiences with other riders, and still isn't quite able to get around these guys. Everyone running a similar line here, and it can be tough to make passes. Papa's Launch gets into the back of Oscar Wiggins right there a little bit and cases that section just slightly, not enough to cause a big mistake though. As we kind of take a look over your entire field here, lots of action happening, a lot of riders still close with each other. I mean, if we take a look here, Brendan at this point is in 14th, your last place rider, and still right on the back of the pack. So just a hugely competitive series awaits us in HD Supercross Season 11, and a hugely competitive race is still to be played out. Let's switch to our other view to watch through the end of this sand section. Nuked Ice Cream trying to make his way around your LCQ first place finisher, D Mills NY. The Yais guys of Jabbleston Popular still holding down those final podium spots. Oscar Wiggins has dropped off the back of them just a little bit, but he's still made... Oh, both of the Yais guys riders making mistakes. We caught the very end of that. I just saw 2 blue riders sitting still at the end of the section. Jabbleston and Popular both making mistakes. That's going to put Oscar Wiggins from 4th place. As I was just saying, he was losing time. All of a sudden, he's going to be into 2nd place, and Factory Unk is looking at a 1-2 right now with Soul Lead so far out in the lead. He's got this thing under control. His teammate now, Oscar Wiggins, into 2nd, Popular in 3rd, Papa's Launch 4th. Jabbleston fighting D-Mills for this 5th place spot. He's going to hold it, still fighting Papa's Launch for that 4th place spot. Let's see what happens at the end of this sand section here. It's all going to matter. What's the decision into this over-under? Oh, Slaunch cases just a little bit. A lot of those guys preferring the inside. D-Mills gets caught up a little bit. Nuked Ice Cream trying to make a move to the inside here. He's going to skip past that pre-jump. And it looks like that worked out for him, actually, as Nuked Ice Cream is going to take over that position from D-Mills. That's going to move him into, I believe, 5th place. I think it's going to be 6th, actually. So now 6th place, looking on the outside in of the top 5. That's a battle right now for 5th place. Slaunch holding down 5th. So your running order currently, as we are about halfway through this main event, Soul Lead holding down the lead, a section and a half over his teammate Oscar Wiggins. Popular in 3rd. Jabbleston 4th. Papa's Launch still in 5th as he fights with Nuked Ice Cream and D-Mills NY. That's a battle for 6th and 7th as Nuked Ice Cream gets cross-rutted in the sand section, is able to save it. Let's go back a little more. Oh, another cross-rut from Venom Fallacy as he is sitting in 8th place. Detail in 9th. Rounding out the top 10 is Le Jefe, your 2-time champ. Camonized sitting in 11th. Office 12th. Cat to Be Kitten Me in 13th. And Brunden in 14th. So you heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. Camonized right now, your reigning champion, sitting in 11th place, and another mistake right there is going to allow Office to get past him, so that shuffles Cam back to 12th. And we're just seeing a complete falling apart right now if you're reigning champion. There is still time to make up some of these positions, but that's not the race that Cam was looking for to start off this season, as we have another fight here. Le Jefe trying to make a move on Detail. Isn't quite able to make it happen yet. Detail going to go to this outside, take the berm, rail around, and triple into this corner before the sand. And he's still going to hold that position. Good defensive riding against Le Jefe. Look at your lead. Soul Lead pushing 2 sections now on Oscar Wiggins and Popular. Popular has not let Oscar get away, though. Popular putting in some great lap times right now, and his teammate and team leader Jabbleston is still on the outside of this podium battle looking in. Anything still able to happen. The Venom Fallacy slow through that section. Detail's going to be around the outside. Clean racing there between the two of those guys. Let's see if Detail can make this pass stick. Yes, he brings it to the berm. Ooh, Venom with a great cut down right there. Is going to try to hold it. Gets a better drive through the whoops, actually. It's going to matter what happens into this over-under right here, as Le Jefe is trying to make a 2-for-1 off of these guys battling as well. So good 3-way fight here between 3 different teams. Camo Nice just on the outside of this one looking in as well. Splitting the lanes there, Venom Fallacy to the inside. Oh, a great maneuver from Detail. He's going to be up the inside. What can he do with the inside line in this sand section, though? He's going to go to that inside roller. Wasn't able to quite traverse it the way that he needed to come out in front of the Venom Fallacy, but a great attempt nonetheless. Le Jefe and Camo Nice still looking at that battle right in front of them. Soul Lead, Oscar Wiggins, Popular. Those two in second and third have made a little bit of ground up on Jabbleston, who's falling back just a little bit on his own island right now in front of Papa Slaunch and D-Mills NY, with Nuked Ice Cream still not able to make the pass complete on those two guys. We would have maybe anticipated seeing Nuked Ice Cream get past those two riders and make his way up to this second place battle a little sooner. And if he doesn't do it soon, then he's going to be stuck on an island by the time that he gets past those guys. Look at this battle here between Le Jefe and Detail still going on. Camo Nice has now brought his way up to the back of that pack as well. Venom Fallacy with a little bit of room right in front of them. Le Jefe going to take this inside line. Let's see if it works out. Cam with a nice run around the outside into the over-under. What's going to happen here? Cam to the outside. Can he make the outside pass stick? Yes, he will. The main event guaranteed rider is going to move into that spot just in front of Le Jefe. Let's see if Le Jefe can respond, though. Le Jefe bringing it up to that berm. Clean racing from him there. Didn't want to completely chop off the front end. Oh, Detail. Kind of a scary move right there to cut down for that triple into the whoops line with 2 riders right behind him. He's able to make it happen, though. Papa Slaunch still holding D-Mills and Nuked Ice Cream behind him in that 5th place position. That's a great fight right now between 5th, 6th, and 7th. And look at this fight. Look at this fight as well. Detail trying to hold it on. He's not giving Cam the room around the outside there, trying to hold it on to the inside. He's going to come outside as well. Oh, to block that, it looks like Detail might have bogged there. Let's see if he cases the triple. Yes, unfortunately. Those 2 riders going at it right now. And Cam, maybe, I don't know, it's tough to say. They were both going so hard trying to fight for that outside, and just didn't work out as Detail kind of hit the side of that inside roller and bogged. Had a little 2-wheel going on, so he's going to move back behind Camo Nice and Le Jefe now. All these guys now opting for that line where you cut down on the berm and triple. Office battling with Cat to Be Kitten Me here. This is a fight way back in for 12th place. Just battles happening all around the track here. Nuked Ice Cream's now finally attempting to make this pass on D-Mills NY, who, ooh, that was a risky one right there. That was scary. That could have ended a lot more poorly for D-Mills NY through that sand section. He's had a couple close calls with that sand section today, but able to keep it on. But he will surrender that position to Nuked Ice Cream, who is now into 6th place. His job now to try to make up the time on Papa Slaunch, as we have about 4 minutes remaining plus 2 laps in this main event. Soul Lead absolutely dominating the field right now. Got the start that he needed, held it on through that first corner, and pulled an absolute gap. I mean, look at this. That's how you dominate a race right there from Soul Lead. That is making a statement towards this Season 11 championship. Soul Lead has only ever finished 2nd in HT Supercross, and he's done it 3 times, a 3-time runner-up, trying to make his claim towards his first title His teammate is trying his best to help him right now, although I'm sure he wants to make a bid on that title as well. Oscar Wiggins still holding down the second place spot, so Factory Unk and Yai's guys holding down all of the top 4 spots in this main event right now. Just behind them, Nuked Ice Cream has made his way into 5th on his comeback ride, getting past Slaunch and D-Mills NY. D-Mills, oh, a great run through that section right there. Kind of took that pre-jump and the section after it as best as you possibly can. Look at the Venom Fallacy. Still sitting back here in, I believe, 8th place is what we kind of landed on this being. Ooh, almost went through the front door on that section there. Camonized, Le Jefe, and Detail. This pack, these guys have the pace to be up in the top 5 right now, and they're battling for 9th as Detail trying to make this pass again on Le Jefe. Those two have been going at it for this entire race. Let's keep an eye on that battle as Le Jefe goes to the outside. He's going to have the track position as we head into this turn. Yeah, Detail not able to cut down. He's trying to cut down, but then kind of got stuck on the rear end of Le Jefe there. So Le Jefe going to make that pass back. That battle's still going on. Just behind them, Cat to Be Kidding Me in Office, still fighting it out for 12th. And then Brendan bringing up the rear. So your Flop Force rider sitting in 13th and 14th right now. The Teal Team 6 team leader just in front of them. Nuked Ice Cream has made up a lot of time in the past lap and a half on Jabbleston and Popular, and he could still be in play for a podium position here with only a few minutes plus 2 laps to go. That's the battle we're going to want to keep an eye on. Nuked Ice Cream doing his best to turn this into turn this from a reject race into potentially a race that he could look at as his top 8. The way that our point system works in HD Supercross, we have 12 races to a season, but you take your best 8 finishes, and that is what counts towards your point total. Oh, solely through the front door in the second rhythm section. We caught the very end of that. Endos through the front door. That is a mistake that a lot of riders can make on that second section. Fortunately for him, he has such a big gap that he could probably do that 2 or 3 more times and be just fine. His teammate has solidified himself in second place. And Jabbleston and Popular definitely under fire here from Nuked Ice Cream, the main event guaranteed team leader up the inside. It looked like Popular got a bad landing, jumped a little too far, and Nuked Ice Cream is now into 4th. He is going to try with everything he has to get into this final podium spot, to get past Jabbleston, who has been running a phenomenal race up until this point. A few mistakes here and there, but he's been up in this top pack for pretty much the entire time. The Venom Fallacy has gotten around Papa's launch, so the Full Throttle riders going at it, and just behind them, Le Jefe and Camonized trying to make their way past the riders in yellow and red. Back up to the battle for second. Look at this. Oscar Wiggins has lost a little bit of time. He's now falling under the clutches of Jabbleston. So Nuked Ice Cream is on the outside looking in at potentially a second place here after falling off the goose earlier in this race. We'll keep an eye on that time to see when we go 2 to go. It's going to be right around the 39:05 mark, 39:03-ish. That's not exact science right there, but around that time is when we're going to go 2 to go. So we'll see how close that gets when Sully crosses the line. Look at Nuked Ice Cream, though. He is putting in the fastest laps of his race right now, trying to get everything he can out of that main event guaranteed mongoose to get up to this battle of Oscar Wiggins and Jabbleston. And if they're not careful, Nuked is going to fly right by them, because it's easy to get caught up in a battle between you and yourself, that one-on-one experience, and all of a sudden a fast rider can come up and just take the air from right out underneath you, and that's exactly what Nuked Ice Cream is trying to do right now. That main event guaranteed team leader is not done yet. Popular now in 5th place, and D-Mills NY holding down 6th. Nuked Ice Cream looks like he's getting over that wall jump a little bit better than the riders in front of him, and that could be a great passing spot. And Soli definitely would not have hit the 2 to go at this point, so this race will be ending on 25, ladies and gentlemen. The next time they cross the line is going to be 2 to go. Look at Jabbleston trying to make this inside pass on Oscar Wiggins. Is Oscar going to give him the room up the inside? Jab is going to force it and make it happen. Jab now on the inside for second place as they hit the over-under. Jab going to hit that rut on the inside. Oscar holding his position around the outside. What's going to happen here? Are they both going to fight for this outside? No. Oscar Wiggins going to take the inside. Jab is going to take the pre-jump. And Jab with a faster run around the outside. And Jabbleston, team leader of Yais, guys, is going to move into second place. One of the best races we've seen from Jab in recent memory. Oscar Wiggins now holding down the final podium spot as Camo Nice is making his way past Papa Slanch in the background there, but Nuked Ice Cream on the outside looking in of this one, sitting in 4th place. He wants nothing less than a podium in this one as we hit 2 to go in Season 11, Race 1. I keep saying Season 11 instead of just Race 1, but that's okay. Oh, Nuked Ice Cream is going to take advantage of Oscar Wiggins going way to the outside there. What's going to happen here? Nuked Ice Cream is going to take this inside line. Can he attach himself? No, not quite. A little case there on the Supercross triple. Oh, we can't see quite what's happening there on the over-under. Let's switch our view. Jabelston, Oscar Wiggins, Nuked Ice Cream. This battle for second is going crazy. The Venom Fallacy has committed suicide, just like his team leader did earlier on, and I'm not sure how that happened. It could have been the exact same story leaving that sand section. We'll see how the people kind of heading up this race decide to count that one if he can just enter in where he left off. But Nuked Ice Cream has made the pass around Oscar Wiggins for 3rd in that final podium spot as we hit the white flag. Can Nuked Ice Cream hold it on here? Oscar Wiggins with a great move around the outside. He's going to hold that position. They're going to both fight for this outside, I'm sure. No, Nuked Ice Cream going to go to the inside on the roller. Oscar Wiggins with a great outside maneuver to hold on to that final podium spot. The Venom Fallacy has pulled off the track, not really sure what to do after his suicide. He might just be settling for a last place there. Jabelston in 2nd. Let's keep an eye on your leader who is about to be crossing the finish line. But this battle for 3rd place is heavy. We'll take a brief moment to say Solid will be taking the first victory of Season 11 on Race 1 of A-Town Supercross. But what will happen on the final podium position here? Nuked Ice Cream, can he get to the inside? No. Oscar Wiggins is going to hold down that inside. They're both going to roll up this. Is it going to come down to jumping this? Oscar Wiggins is going to hold on to that final podium spot. Just in front of them is Jabelston with a fantastic ride. Nuked Ice Cream obviously not happy with that finish after what happened to him early in the race. He did end up in 4th though. Popular in 5th, as we need to take a ball view on this one, I think. Camo Nice clearly not happy either. Both of your main event guaranteed riders not happy with the outcome of their races here. But it is going to be Solid, team leader of Factory Unk, taking the lead, absolutely dominating this race, dominating the season opener. Jabelston with a fantastic ride in 2nd, made the pass on Oscar Wiggins with just a few laps to go. Oscar is going to settle for 3rd. That means Factory Unk, 2 riders on the podium. Main event guaranteed team leader Nuked Ice Cream, not happy with his performance, but a great comeback ride to get into 4th. Popular, the other Yais Guys racer, is going to finish in 5th place on this one. D-Mills NY, 1st place in the LCQ to 6th place in the main event. That's a good ride from him. I believe it was Le Jefe behind him in 7th. Detail, your race winner from the preseason race, stuck all the way back here in 8th, just couldn't quite make it happen in this one. Camo Nice behind in 9th. That's not what you want to see from your reigning champion. I'm sure that's not a race that he's going to be fond of and happy with, especially after what happened on the start. Cat to be kidding me in 10th place. I might have missed somebody at some point here, but we have Office. Oh no, I didn't miss anybody. Office in 11th. Papa Slanch, after running in the podium for so much of that race, all the way back here in 12th. Rundon, the other Flop Force rider, 2 positions behind his teammate in 13th, and the Venom Fallacy, after an unfortunate suicide, which we'll have to take a look at. He might have fell off the sand section the same way that his team leader did in the LCQ. He's going to finish this one in 14th, but that could be up to the jurisdiction of the race hosts as to what they do there. That is your race, ladies and gentlemen. Your season opener dominated by Factory Unk rider Solid. Man, that was a lot of talking, ladies and gentlemen. That was an incredible race from start to finish. I'm glad that you could join me for that one. Factory Unk rider Solid is going to take the points lead into race number 2 next week. A dominating performance from him. Thank you so much for joining me, and we will see you at the next one.